Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new series. We're going to be learning how to create our very own game in Unity 3D. Unity 3D is a game engine it helps, it does a lot of work for us instead of coding everything, just everything. Unity helps us a lot better to do this. It does a lot of work for us, basically, to sum that up. So by the end of the series, I really want you guys, or my goal, I should say, is to have you guys know basic knowledge of Unity, how to use it, the interface of it, components, assets, prefabs, scripts, how to script certain things, and just put all your knowledge together and create your very own game. Now, for the series, once we get into scripting and stuff, I just want you guys to kind of copy and try to look it over and see if you guys can understand what it is doing. Sorry, I got the hiccups. What it is doing and what is going on in that script. Because, obviously just copying down code, you're just copying it down. You don't necessarily what it is, and you can't use that to your knowledge to code out your own stuff. But just, keep learning the process over and over again. Practice makes perfect. So first thing we need to do is we need to download Unity 3D. So just go to unity3d.com. You'll be at this page. Just click download and download Unity 4.1.2 or whatever version you are on. This is the free version of the full version. I'm not too sure. Okay, so what it used to be is you could only get a 30-day trial, but recently, or at least what I heard, is you can, obviously the free full version, and you could just get this just forever. But if we click buy here, because obviously Unity Pro is $1,500, that will be quite a lot. So I think if you just download this here, you actually just get it forever. But if you want the full Pro version to see what it adds, you can just download through a 30-day trial of it. But I recommend you guys doing the free version. The Pro version and the free version isn't much of a difference. It just has, the Pro version has a little bit more that you can do and a little bit more stuff to add. So now just download that and install it. Now I just want to open it up. It is cross-platform, so it is for the PC and for the Mac. Obviously, I'm currently on the Mac. I'm not too sure about Linux, and you could try downloading it, but I'm not too sure. So you just want to open up Unity. I recommend you guys pinning it in a taskbar or your dock, whatever. And also create a folder called game or something. We'll change that later on to the title of our game, but I'm not too sure what the title will be yet. But this is just so we can store all our files from Unity. Okay, so yes, it is for Linux. I just realized that. So this is what you should see. If not, you might see like an island type thing, or for my case, it was. I don't remember. I don't know if there's a way to get back to it. Let's see. I'm just looking through everything here. No, I'm not too sure. Because I believe if I was to actually look through this, if I was to actually look through everything, I could probably go back in time. Let's see if I can look for it. I don't know. And because there is it's up like the tutorial, you could say. There's an island version, and then there's also this cool game that has like Autobots. That's the one I got with. I don't know if it comes randomly or whatever, but you can explore that a little bit. If not, and you see gray screen, it's okay. So I just want to show you guys some of the, well, before I get into the actual interface, I'm going to show you how to work around in, yeah. So if you click scene here, we can scroll in and out with the scroll wheel, and we can also move around with our arrow keys, as you see here. Now we have a couple different things we can, move up and down on the axis with the grab tool. We can also, if we hold down right click and we can zoom around like that, we can also do that. And also you can hold down Alt and just kind of scroll around a specified area. So if I'm like looking right here, it'll zoom around that specific spot. These other two things here, we won't really need those, or I don't think I think the move tool is the same thing. Till we add objects into our games, but for now we can just ignore those. Now if you want to know quick shortcuts instead of every time having to switch, click this. If you use Q, W, E, and R, it'll switch through all of them here. As you see, I'm kind of cycling through them. Just like that. So you can do that. But yeah, so now how you can, that's pretty much how you can just simply move around. Spacebar will kind of put your thing in full screen. And I think that's pretty much it. If there is anything I did miss, oh, also we could switch on what axis we are just by, clicking that. So, let's just get myself back up here. Let's go back to the main camera. So now you're going to notice, I'll get to the hierarchy in a minute. I'll talk about all the things that we get. Now you can customize your stuff to your preference. So say for my projects, I want it located down here. We could drag that, but I like to have it right here in the hierarchy right here, my screen, my scene, and my game over here, and inspector over here, and console down there. So what the scene is basically, it's kind of like the raw of your things. I don't think textures show up once we add texture and stuff. I'm not too sure if that shows up. But our game is like, this is what we'll see if we are at our character that we have. But obviously we have nothing. We have just a camera, and that is it. It's just looking out in space. But if we go to our game view, we could see what we are looking at from the camera. Play, if we click this little play button, this is actually acting like we're running our game. So if I had script already, a script that we can move around and stuff, we will have that, and we can obviously move around. But for now we have nothing. And also we could pause it, or I don't know. I'm not too sure what that does, but you can just ignore that. Now with our projects, it's pretty much everything, but it's not necessarily implemented into our game just yet. And our hierarchy is everything that can be found in our game. So we have main camera here. If I was to add a cube, our cube will be now in here. And then, we could, oh, hey, stop being annoying. And we also have our folders here. So we can if I want all my controller stuff, my controlling stuff, all my scripts in here, and so on and so forth. And we could also right click and delete. Now what the inspector is, if we click on main camera here, this is just kind of all our stuff about, all the things about. I'm trying to think of the word, I can't think of it. But everything about it, what position it is, and we could scale it, the background, so on, and yeah. So the console is just if we have errors, and you really don't need to worry about the console until we actually get to the scripting and stuff. So that's pretty much about the interface. We have objects. If you go up here, game objects, we'll see different things we can add at the moment. Components, we have all these things. Obviously we won't be adding too much till later on. We have image effects, our character, our controller, FPS input. We have all this stuff, but once again, we don't need to worry about this just yet until we actually get into creating our stuff. Terrain, if there is something that you don't see, you can just go to window and add this, or we can say if I accidentally remove hierarchy, I close that tab, we can just add it back. Assets, we have this here. This is, if we go to create, we have different scripts. Now real quick, when we start scripting our stuff, I believe you can also do in C# script. That is just if you know that. Now I recommend you guys knowing some basics of JavaScript and also the basics of C# script, depending on which one you're going to be writing your scripts in. For this series, we're doing JavaScript just because I believe, or what I believe is C# script is a little bit harder to learn and a little bit more complicated, but once again, I prefer JavaScript. I'm not too sure Bootstrap is, but we also have prefabs, which we'll get into prefabs later on. Materials, animations, lens flare, and more on. Now packages, when it comes with our package. Okay, I'm trying to think of the best way. It's kind of like, for instance, say I want all these light flares. Instead of creating our own or downloading them, we have already packages that we can just import. We'll see that in a minute. So now if we file new scene, scenes are kind of like levels is the best way to put it. Obviously, project is just our whole everything in together, and our scenes are like levels, and we can create more levels, and we'll get into the levels later on. So first, what we want to do is we want to create a new project. So file, new project. Now here is where packages once again come and play. Why all do all the work for us when we could just download this easy? So I recommend you guys just checking them all. I don't believe there's an easy way. Just so this is a lot easier. You don't necessarily need all of them, but some ones that you should have is character controller, scripts, skyboxes, standard assets, terrain assets, tree creator, water. Well, obviously I have water pro. Just let's just select everything just to make this easier on us. It will take a little bit longer, but oh well. So obviously we have where we're going to create it to. So we're just going to put this to our desktop. I'm going to put this in our game folder. And we're going to save this as, what should we save this as? Let's just name this game. Game and game. Perfect. Let's create that project. Oh, my bad. I do not want to save this. So I was just going to create a project, and this will take just a couple seconds because it's importing all those packages that we have currently are importing. So we're just going to pause the video till we are done. Hey guys, so I don't know how long it took actually. I had to make some dinner for myself since I'm alone today. Sad, but yeah, I had to make my own hot dogs. So now that we import everything, I'm going to show you what kind of happened here. All that stuff that we imported will be in our project file and in our assets folder. Then we know we have our standard assets, but what we can do if we're looking just for scripts, we have this beautiful script folder. Now you're going to notice some are in C# and some are in JavaScript. I'm not too sure if certain things have to be written in C#. If so, I'll add a note to that. But some of the stuff that we will be using pretty soon, actually, I think we'll be using FPS controller input. That is possible. I'm not too sure. It's been a long time since I've actually been on here. Third person camera. I know that. If we're gonna be, I don't know. I think we might do it in first person. All right. So and also we have prefabs. So what prefabs are just they're kind of stuff that's already there, and it's kind of things put together. It's kind of hard to explain. We have models, obviously seen here, and we have materials, which this will be a lot helpful to texture. Some basic textures that we can use later on. Say I want to create a flamethrower, just something simple. We have this simple fire. We'll actually work on advanced animations. That won't be for a long time. Nothing added. That's just pretty much it. That's probably going to be the end of the video. Next video, I think what we're going to work on is, I think that all I want to do in my next video is just show you guys how to create a character and maybe we'll probably make them walk and we'll make a floor. Something simple, not too long. So like, comment, and subscribe. Just to let you guys know if I'm going to be probably recording 20-minute videos from now on. This video was a little bit shorter. Well, it was going to be a little bit shorter than this, actually. I just wanted to cover a couple things, but make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, you guys enjoy it.